Hey, we're gonna do spoopy game, kinda. Okay. Content warning. This is a horror game, so yeah, it's spoopy. Not intended for all ages. There's this website. Flickering images. So those with epilepsy do not play. Oh, okay. Whatever horrors you may find in dark spaces, have heart and see them through. There are no premature endings, no wrong decision. There are only fresh perspectives, and new beginnings. This is a love story. Aww. Turn it down a little. Oh, is subtitle on? Oil effect. I guess subtitles are on? Chapter 1, The Hero and the Princess.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Oh. Ooh, I can make the background move.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Why? What'd she do? The end of the world? What are you talking about? Have you considered that there may be one maybe considered maybe that the only reason she's going to end the world is because she's locked up? Killing the princess kind of seems kind of bad, doesn't it? Can't someone else do it? Forget that I'm not doing this. Have you considered maybe I'm okay with the world ending? Why? Why?
I'm talking about the end of everything as we know it.
Yeah, I know
no
that.
No more birds, no more trees, and perhaps most problematically of all, no more people.
Good.
You have to put an end to her.
I don't like talking to people. Here I am, straight. But yeah.
Don't linger on the specifics.
Why?
You have a job to do here. Just get in there and do what needs to be done. We're all counting on you.
I want to know. Tell me. Tell me what she do.
Look, you're already on the path that leads to the cabin. Why would you be here if it weren't to complete a very important task?
Maybe I'm taking a hike through the woods.
You might as well reach the end of your journey.
No, I just want to hike through the woods. I want to know. Also, I want to know why the princess is locked up and you want me to kill her.
While I appreciate the mental exercise, we are running up against a bit of a ticking clock.
I don't see one. I'm in the middle of the woods. I don't see a ticking clock.
Nevertheless, let me assure you, the princess is locked up because she's dangerous.
Why?
She is not dangerous because she's locked up.
Why is she dangerous?
And before you decide to waste even more of our time by asking how I know that, let me suggest a more pragmatic lens through which to view this situation.
How is she dangerous?
Causality doesn't matter here, because the end result is the same no matter what led us up to this point. If the princess leaves the cabin, the world will end, and there is no changing that.
But how is she going to end the world? Like, how?
It's no use arguing semantics over a metaphorical chicken or egg, because the egg is hatched and it's about to ruin everything.
How?
Unless, of course, you do your job and slay her.
But how is she going to ruin it?
Does it? Are you a monarchist?
No.
Is slaying a princess that much worse than slaying a fisherman or a miller or a seamstress? If anything,
You're just not telling
slaying
me
a
why.
princess is much better than slaying a seamstress. Seamstresses contribute something of value to society.
But why do I need to kill the princess?
Oh, if only that were the case. But I don't make the rules.
I'm gonna ask every question.
I have to say, I'm surprised at your reluctance thus far. But unfortunately for the both of us, you're the only one who can pull this off.
Why me?
Like I said, I don't make the rules, no matter how much I wish I did.
I have so many questions. Why? How? Why me? So why? What'd she do? Why does she need to be killed? How is she gonna blow up the world and end it if she's already locked up? And why me?
Of course I haven't. Why would I even consider that? Nobody wants the world to end.
Maybe I do.
I mean, maybe some people do, like nihilists or
Oh.
very, very evil people, but surely you're not one of those, right?
Maybe I am, maybe I'm not.
Yes, but you'll have to slay her before you get it.
What is it?
It's a secret, but I think you'll like it.
No.
It's a special reward, just for you. And whatever you think it might be, I can promise you it's going to be even better than your wildest imagination.
Genie from Aladdin? Yeah,
Don't mention it. It's all part of the job.
but I've been sarcastic over here.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within.
Will I? Will I really?
A warning
Oh,
before you go any further.
can I go back then?
She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her.
I'm getting
Don't
that
believe a
feeling from
word
you.
she says.
I'm getting that feeling from you.
We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them.
I don't sound like that. Don't make me sound like that.
Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Oh. That's not me? I was like, who? Voice of the hero. Where did this guy come from? Oh, I only get the option to proceed to the cabin. Okay. You still haven't told me why. Why?
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade.
1. Why is there dust? Dust is created by humans who have been living in the building. Because it is 50 more skin cells than it is anything else. So where the hell did all the dust come from unless someone's living in this cabin? I was like, how the fuck is there a basement in this cabin that looks so small? Like, it looked tiny from the outside. Like, you thought there'd been a trapdoor and then you just go down the trapdoor. It's just the cabin from the cabin in the woods.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it
got many,
if you
many
want to do
layers
this
to it.
right.
You can't see from the outside. My glasses are so fucking dirty. Oh. I'm gonna take the blade.
You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it.
Can I see how sharp this knife is? No. I want to see how sharp the knife is. Stick my finger on the end of it. Sharp.
The door to the basement creaks open,
Or is it a
revealing
sneaky
a
one?
staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favour.
My hand's now got a little knife in it. Sorry. Whoa.
Her voice carries up the stairs.
Hello?
Who's there?
Ash?
She sounds dangerous.
She sounds like Ash.
It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here.
Don't
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
Okay. Hello.
Don't be a stranger. It's been so long since I've had any visitors. Come on down.
There's Bob down there.
You walk down the stairs and lock
Oh.
eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
Doesn't seem very secure. She's just chained by one hand. Like, what if she breaks her wrist? She can slip her hand out.
She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world? Focus on the task at hand.
Why is he here?
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
No, I want to see Bob. No way, why would you think that? Okay, you got me.
How about you drop the knife and the two of us just talk?
How about I sit on the floor and put the knife in front of me while I play with it? No, spin the knife. Whoever the knife stands on dies.
Look how reasonable she's being. We should just drop the blade and talk things out. Don't you dare.
Oh,
It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster, but killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us.
okay.
The blade tumbles out of your trembling hands and drops to the floor with an unceremonious clang.
Now I have a finger. Poke, poke.
Thank you.
Come on.
Against your better judgment, you step forward to speak with the princess face to face,
Look at those big old eyes.
unarmed. We'll be fine.
Why was that cut off?
I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here, but I can assure you there's no reasoning with her. Just make sure you don't forget about the blade on the floor. You're going to need it.
Okay.
So here we are. What an awkward start to a relationship.
Can I call you Ash? You sound like Ash from Overwatch. Yeah. You coming on? God, no.
I know. I just said that. Now why are you here to kill me?
I was told to. I don't understand it myself.
Believe me.
And do you think asking me what to believe is going to suddenly make everything crystal clear? Let's not pretend that's going to happen. As far as you're concerned, and as far as they're concerned, I'm going to say whatever I have to get out of here. That's just the dynamic of our situation.
I just want to hear your side, that's all.
Do you?
I've been told that I have to kill you because you're ending the world, that's why.
Don't just tell her that.
Is that why they threw me down here? But I don't want to hurt anyone. I like the world, I think.
You think? Should
I don't remember much about it, to be honest. I've been down here a long time.
Just how long has she been down here?
Yeah.
If
Seriously.
I'm supposed to be capable of ending the world, then how did I wind up here, chained to a wall? Have they told you why I'm allegedly so dangerous?
No, they kept skipping over it and wouldn't tell me. Ooh.
Sooner or later, you'll understand that I have your best interests at heart.
Nah.
Hopefully sooner.
How sweet. Now be a pal and help me get out of here, would you? We could figure out how to deal with them after I'm free.
Mm-hmm.
Fine. What do you want to know?
Yay. Let's start with friendly stuff. What's your name?
She hesitates before answering.
You can address me as Your Royal Highness, or Her Majesty. Any honorific should do, really.
Note the
Okay.
lack of detail. You can't trust her.
Too long.
How long's too long, though?
Again, she offers no specifics. No. You can't. Don't bother.
I'm guessing you don't have the key then. I'm sure there's a key somewhere around here, and if there isn't... well, we can always put that knife to good use.
Her sharp eyes settle on the edge of the blade. She isn't suggesting what I think she's suggesting, right? She is. I'm sure of it.
Well, I'm going to cut her arm off?
Oh, have you decided what to do with me?
No, but...
You know why you're here. That seems like a pretty good compromise. Leaving her alive is too risky. If you don't deal with her soon, she will find a way out.
Okay.
One way or another, I'm going to find a way out of here. You can make it easier for both of us if you help.
But I want to know
And
stuff.
if you don't,
What?
I can promise that you'll come to regret that decision.
Oh.
You have to make a choice. Let's hope for all our sakes it's the right one.
I'm locking her in the basement. Okay, let's get you out of here, slay the princess. I've only got 3. Huh? You still have me. Why? What is she gonna do? Oh, fuck it, let's check.
For the love of...
Uh,
Good. I'm glad you've come to your senses.
huh? What do you mean?
You're making a huge mistake. No, you're doing the right thing.
Yeah.
You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
If you don't have the key, maybe you should go looking for it. I'm sure it's somewhere upstairs.
Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
Oh, there's a creepy dismembered finger here.
That would be fine. I can lose an arm.
She speaks with almost complete nonchalance.
Oh,
If we were stuck down here for long enough, I'm sure we'd be nonchalant about cutting our way out.
that's true.
Anything to finally be free. You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place.
Alright, what did you do? Why am I now locked in here? What did you do? Oh, I just realized something. Why is it?
Is someone else here? You try the door, but it's locked from the outside.
From the outside?
You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done.
Of course, right.
Your shouts and pleas are met with silence.
Then who locked it?
I'll repeat myself once again. You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done.
Of course it's the narrator did it. Okay.
You make your way back to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd simply slain her like you were supposed to. Easier for whom? Easier for everyone.
Who's everyone?
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
Yeah.
The knife. Pick it up and cut me out of here.
Even if I cut you out here, there's no way
You
you're getting
won't
it.
like what happens if you do that.
Hey, I got the knife again. Even if I get her out of these, where are we gonna go? Because there's no locked.
Without hesitation, you bring the blade down. The princess flinches as you strike, and your weapon sinks into her shoulder.
That's not a good place to stab her. You need the gut or the chest.
You bastard. If I have to kill you to leave this place, I'll do it.
I thought we had the upper hand, but it's as if she's barely even threatened by us. It's an act. She's unarmed and there's nothing she can do to hurt you. I'm not so sure.
Yeah.
Don't waver now. As you raise your blade to strike again, she kicks out, knocking your legs out from under you.
Why are we standing now?
The two of you struggle on the ground. You lash out with the blade, slicing wherever you can. Her fists connect with your body again and again, each blow stronger than the last, shattering bone and rupturing tissue with reckless abandon. Forget trying to rescue her. This is about survival now. Give her everything you've got.
Oh, the knife's bloody now. Oh boy.
You roll out of her grasp and shakily push yourself back to your feet.
What happened to my arm? Jesus.
Though every inch of you is in pain, the princess probably has it worse. Blood pours out from countless gashes, staining her once pristine dress. She pauses for a moment, catching her breath, staring at you with wild eyes. We can still turn this around. You steel your resolve and take another step towards the princess. You probably won't make it out of here alive, but you can at least make sure she won't make it out of here either. Excuse me? What was that about not making it out of here alive?
Yeah.
Do you think this is what I wanted to happen? I have a duty to state the facts of the situation, and honestly, it's a miracle anyone is still standing right now.
Oh, wow, thanks.
Can you not feel all those ruptured organs bouncing around in there? If the princess doesn't do our friend in herself, internal bleeding is certain to finish the job.
Jeez.
The two of you clash for the final time. You feel your ribs break as she delivers a heavy blow, but you push through the pain, falling forward and sinking your blade deep into the princess's heart.
Nice.
Oh.
The two of you fall to the floor.
This was fun. You put up more of a fight than I thought you would. But I have to wonder, do you really think this is the end?
No, I don't.
But you don't have the time to worry over her words.
Why?
Everything goes dark, and you die.
Oh, shit. Chapter 2, the advisory? What?
You're on a path
Wait.
in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Why am I back here again? What?
You're here to slay her.
I know.
If you... It hasn't. Or if it has, I certainly haven't been a part of it. we've just met for the first time, you and I.
No, no, we haven't.
If
No.
he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. You know I can hear you, right? It's going to be a lot harder than you think to keep secrets from me. That's fine. It doesn't matter if he can hear us. The only thing that matters is marching up to that cabin and winning. That's the spirit. There's no point in squabbling when the real threat is just up that hill. Those are two very different questions, but fine, I'll indulge you if that's what it takes to get you moving. Let's say for a moment that this really is the second time you've met me, or at least a version of me.
Right.
If you're back here, I'm assuming you died, which probably only happened because you didn't listen to me.
No, I slayed the princess.
We did our best with the information we were given, and we did kill her.
Yeah.
And yet you still died, didn't you? So congratulations, you've been given another chance to actually do this right. And
What?
I believe your other question was something along the lines of, oh, what's the point of doing anything? If you're asking that, it sounds to me like you're making the rather dangerous assumption that your actions last time around didn't have any consequences.
It didn't. I'm alive still.
What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. We killed the princess killed us, and now everyone's right back where they started. That sounds pretty consequence-free to me.
Very true.
Yes, but in this purely hypothetical scenario, that begs the question of how you got back here. Did time simply rewind itself, or were you instead transported to a different world entirely? Had you failed to slay the princess, what would have happened to everyone in the place you left? Ugh, enough with the talking. We've got a fight to win. Nothing else matters.
Who's this?
I couldn't agree more. The cabin and your destined confrontation with the princess awaits.
Oh boy. We talked about the princess. Let's just go.
A warning. Before she will lie.
Yeah,
Lying
you told
and
me this.
cheating doesn't sound like her at all. Not that it matters. It's not like she can lie or cheat in the middle of a fight.
Oh.
Are you sure about that? The point of my warning wasn't to start an argument over what circumstances the princess is capable of lying in. It was to give you some broadly applicable advice.
I now have 2 extra voices. Originally I had just the voice of the hero. Now I have voice of the stubborn.
The princess will do and say whatever she thinks it will take to get her out of there. So don't trust her. Ever.
Right,
Okay.
I have 3 heads now.
Crystal, let's just get on with it already.
I don't like that one.
The cabin is tighter than its exterior would suggest. Its cold stone walls press in on you, as if trying to forcefully direct you towards your destination. The only furniture of note is a black iron altar with a pristine blade perched
It's
on
a
its
mirror.
edge. See? Even the cabin has the right idea. Let's get moving.
The mirror.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
But the mirror.
That's because there isn't a mirror. There's the altar, the blade sitting on the altar, and the door to the basement. There's nothing else in here. There's definitely a mirror.
Yeah,
There isn't.
there is.
You already wasted so much time in the woods. Who even cares if there's a mirror?
There's a mirror.
I care less about that and more about whether we're being lied to. If he's willing to lie about something as innocuous as a mirror, what else is he hiding from us? I'm not lying to you. Use your eyes. There is no mirror.
I see
Why
your
would I
fucking
lie
mirror.
about something so meaningless?
There's a fucking
What
mirror
good
right
would it
there.
even do?
So. Oh,
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. This really isn't funny. You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right
My hand looks scaly.
But it was there a second ago. And now it's gone, so all of us can stop arguing about it and get to fighting.
The fuck? Where'd it go?
Very different.
It's stone now.
Maybe that's because you haven't actually been here. I hope this means you'll finally drop that ridiculous past life nonsense. You haven't died, and you certainly haven't been killed by the princess.
But
So focus up. The world is depending on you.
But the stone now.
You take the blade from the altar. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
Savvy. Wait, am I the monster?
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a rough stone staircase, its walls pressing at your sides and tightening as you descend. The air seeping from below is heavy and oppressive, with an almost sulphuric odor to it. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. Her fierce voice carries up the stairs.
Is that another challenger? Finally. It's been ages since I've had a good fight.
This isn't what she sounded like last time. Her voice is a little deeper, almost threatening. Good. Sounds like my kind of princess. As much as I
Please
appreciate
do.
the enthusiasm, just make sure you don't let your bloodlust get to your head. You need to stay focused and keep your wits about you. Remember, you're here to slay the princess, not to have a good fight.
He needs a wet, cold towel. Cold shower. He sounds
As
a
you
bit.
descend the
Ooh.
final step, the form of the princess comes into view. A large shackle leading from her wrist to the basement wall.
Well, hello.
Looks like she could rip those chains out of the wall without a second thought.
Yeah.
Oh, it's you again. I'd been hoping you'd find your way back here. Good to see that death doesn't stick for either of us.
I know, right?
And you brought your little knife, too. Yes.
I like her. She's fun.
I'm going to have fun breaking you into little pieces.
How about we don't and do something else?
You look exactly the same.
I know, right?
All right, fine. I believe you. What?
Oh,
What you said earlier in the woods, I believe you. You've already met the princess, and the princess has already met you. That's all the more reason to take this seriously. You don't know that whatever brought the two of you back to life isn't a fluke. And beyond that, do you know who doesn't remember anything that happened last time? Me. I don't remember. Are you okay?
he doesn't sound okay.
Of course I'm not okay. As far as we're all concerned, the fate of my world is still very much on the line. Not all of us have the luxury of jumping over to a parallel universe the second we die.
I just want to be friends with this person. She looks so cool. Just because it bothers you, I'm gonna take this even less seriously.
You're joking, right? I'm just going to pretend that you're joking. Yeah, you better be joking. We can't win unless you take this seriously.
No, I want to be your friend. She looks cool.
Free her? You aren't. I don't know why I'm even bothering, to be honest. You know the stakes of the situation.
Who says I want to be free?
Yeah. We'll be free together. You don't want to be free? Are you serious? If you want to be free, then what do you want? Me? Anyone? Why wouldn't you want to be free?
I want the two of us to fight to the death. I want to feel your knife split my flesh, and I want to hear your bones snap beneath my fists.
You do it with your legs.
Is that really too much to ask?
Yeah, especially that last part. Don't be such a coward. I'm just being cautious. If it comes to violence, we can find a way to deal with her that doesn't involve throwing our life away. I'd rather not die again, and I find it deeply disturbing that you seem to relish the thought of it. Because it doesn't matter if we die again. It'll just be another opportunity to have the fight of our life.
What if it doesn't?
We don't know that for sure, and I'd rather not bet on it.
Yeah.
You haven't decided? We talked more than enough last time. Do you really have anything else to say? Or are you just stalling because you're scared I'm going to kill you?
I'm not scared. I want another option.
If you want to talk, I guess I can talk. But you should come a little closer first.
No, because you're gonna punch me.
Oh, I remember you all right. Best 3 minutes of my life. So, why don't we do it again?
I can think of something better to do in 3 minutes.
See? She wants to fight us again. There's no reason for us to stand around talking.
What is there to unpack? I was dead and now I'm not, and the same goes for you. There. Unpacking done.
Yeah, but why did we survive? Or come back to life
Don't
in
you
another
get it?
world?
We've been given free rein to wail on each other. Forever.
How about we turn this enemies to lovers thing?
Couldn't have said it better myself.
I don't like that guy. I know I'm gonna get
Blade held tight in your hand, you take a cautious step towards the princess. You stop a few feet short of her reach, her chains taut as she stares down at you.
Hey,
She's a lot bigger than I thought she was. Why do you sound so scared? We can take her.
I'm not scared.
Well, what do you want? Because every second we waste talking is a second we could spend killing each other instead. Why wouldn't I want that? Why don't you want that? It felt good last time. It felt right.
You should.
And it makes sense.
It does. I just, swallow a little, maybe it's... I'm not gonna fight you. Fine, if you want to fight, give a fight. Attack the princess. So I thought you seem to care about why you're here.
I stopped caring because I found my purpose.
Are you sure?
The princess flashes a sinister grin.
Roll, look at those teeth.
You.
Does she mean her purpose is killing us? No, she means fighting us. She means both of us getting stronger through sheer pain and will, the fear of death no longer able to hold us back.
Oh,
Just start stabbing her already. I'm sick of all this anticipation. We're ready.
I want to float with him more. But what happened to you after
I
we
woke
died?
up, didn't you?
Well, kind of.
You don't either.
Fair.
I know. You already told me.
You're pretty. Still.
I like it. It's so cramped. Like the only way out of here is through each other.
Or we can walk some quietly.
That's right, not everything has to be so violent.
That's pathetic. I would never do that, and I hate that you even suggested it.
Oh.
Ugh, I care, okay? I guess I just care differently than you. When I saw you come back down here, I thought you would understand. I thought that we would want the same thing. But all you've done is ask me annoying little questions. It's like you don't even want to enjoy being alive.
I wish you could hear me right now. I want to enjoy being alive. I want to fight.
And if all you want to do is fight me, doesn't mean you want the world to end.
The world? If there's a world, I haven't seen it. There's you, and there's me, and there's the ground beneath our feet.
No.
Besides, I thought we went over this last time. I never wanted to end the world.
Yeah.
Here you go again, talking about my freedom.
The princess glances down at her chains.
If you're talking about these, they're nothing.
Oh.
She steps forward, her bindings creaking under the pressure of her strength. And then they snap. It was only a matter of time, but she's loose.
Uh-oh.
Dear Lord. What do we do? You took the blade. How about you use it?
Exactly. We do exactly what I've been telling you to do since the second we got here. We fight her, we kill her, we win.
What? Did you think you were safe standing right outside my grasp? The only reason I haven't drawn blood is because...
Oh. Okay, I was saying. Because I want to make sure that your heart is in it. I don't like fighting some spirit. Oh.
But go ahead. Keep trying my patience.
Okay.
Sparring? That's just play fighting. It isn't real. What's real is when my flesh splits open. What's real is when you keep getting up until your legs can't hold you. What's real are the things we do to each other when the only options left are winning and dying. That is the only thing I'm interested in.
Finally ready to
attacking.
complete your destined task, you launch off the wet stone floor of the basement and catapult yourself headlong towards the princess. Here we go. Let's make this count.
Hell yeah.
Oh, we'll make it count, all right.
As you bridge the gap, your blade slashes across the princess's chest, splitting skin and drawing a jagged line of bright red blood.
Oh.
But she's unfazed by your onslaught. Her expression barely changes as her fist collides with your ribs, cracking them like twigs and driving you right back down to the basement floor.
Oh shit.
She almost looks disappointed in us. Why is she disappointed in us?
Thought we were stronger.
Oh, you don't actually get it, do you? That knife may be sharp, but you clearly don't want to kill me. It's not fun if you hesitate. It's not fun if you try to trick me and make me bleed out. It's only fun if you go straight for the heart. You need to put everything you have into seeing me dead. Or what's the point? So don't be afraid. Don't hesitate. Kill me.
Don't let her get in your head. Reincarnation or not, this world needs you to win. She's huge, but that probably means she's slower than us. Take it slow, think it through, and don't panic. Bleeding her out is our best course of action.
Don't listen to them. She understands something that they don't. The only way to win, the only way out of this is through her.
You could also just lunge and stab at her.
If that's your plan, then that's your plan. You push off the ground, ignoring the pain in your ribs as you charge at the princess once more. You can feel flesh give way before a sudden impact blunts your momentum, your weapon tightly lodged in the bone of her arm.
Shit.
She grins at you from behind her guard. Pull it out. We'll try a different angle.
No, We can do this. Just keep pushing.
We're not gonna win if our weapon's stuck in her arm.
It's gonna go through.
The princess's grin widens as the two of you push against each other, her fiery eyes and masochistic glee practically lighting up the dreary cave.
Yes, you finally get it, don't you?
Yeah.
Dying and coming back, clashing against each other over the fate of everything. Forever.
Did she just admit out loud that she's gonna end the world if she gets out of here? She most certainly did. I hope you've made a mental note of that, hero. There's no more room for doubt.
Yes, the fate of the world doesn't matter. The only thing that matters is this fight. The only thing that matters is getting stronger. And the only way to get stronger is to win, even if it takes us forever to get there.
Your balance is suddenly thrown off as the princess pulls you into her knee.
What is it? Scar across the chest now.
Collides with your ribs, and you feel them splinter, cracking like wet wood from the impact.
Oh.
We're fine.
But you barely have enough time to notice before the princess follows up and smashes her forehead against yours. Your grip loosens from the impact, the blade still wedged in her arm as you tumble to the cold stone floor.
Oh, jeez.
I said we're fine.
Yeah.
I didn't say you weren't fine. I was just describing what happened.
I think
You
you're
might
having
not
a
have said as
charge
much,
at it
but you
again.
certainly implied it. It really doesn't matter. The princess glances down at the blade embedded in her arm, and with near total ignorance to pain, slides it out of its sinewy prison.
You forgot this.
Sorry.
She tosses it at your feet.
Fine.
You and the princess attack each other once again, each of you dealing a single, terrible, lethal blow.
One to the chest.
Wait, does that mean we're
Dead.
dead? Or rather, about to be dead. As your blade pierces her sternum, the princess buries her fist into the soft meat of your organs.
Ow.
You feel a few horrifically painful pops, a gush of fluid, and it's over.
No, it's not. We're just getting started.
But it is over. Dead is dead. I know this isn't the happiest ending for you, but you saved the entire world from ruin. There are few better endings than that.
Nah.
Well, are you going to listen to him? Or are you going to listen to me?
Yeah.
Wait, no, that can't be right. Your eyes bolt open and you push yourself back to your feet. Alive.
Ha! I told you. I told you this wasn't over.
What about her? The blade went right through her heart.
What about her? If we're fine, then she's fine.
No, she's dead. She has to be.
No! I knew it. I told you we should all believe in her. This is perfect.
Got a cut on her arm's healed.
The princess rises from the ground, staggering slightly, one hand wrapped around the hilt of the blade still buried in her heart.
We don't even need to start over anymore, do we? Let's go again.
She pulls the weapon from her chest, barely wincing, and hurls it at your feet.
You know what to do. Again!
But she came back. What's the point of fighting her if she can just do that?
So can we?
All of you need to settle down. This whole situation is coming dangerously close to untethering. She clearly never actually died. You just missed her heart, that's all. Oh, we just missed her heart? Oh, of course, that's all. You were the one who said we hit her heart. You were the one who said it was finally over.
Yeah, he ain't wrong.
Well, I guess I had it wrong. You guess you had it wrong? Aren't you supposed to know everything?
Yeah.
I never said I knew everything.
You seem to be implying you know everything. Okay, let's go.
With an unbreakable determination, you snatch the blade from the floor and stumble back to your feet. Both you and the princess quake with adrenaline as your eyes lock across the basement floor and share a knowing look. Free from hesitation, you close the distance, both you and the princess aiming to end each other. Your blade digs into her neck, grinding against her vertebrae as her fist connects with your body. The impact forces the air from your lungs, stars dancing in front of your eyes as you fail to keep your bearing. You both collapse to the ground before either of you has a chance to survey the damage.
And
then we
get
get
up again.
up.
Yes. And then you get up.
That was a good one. More!
You and the princess exchange dozens of devastating blows.
Oh my
Sometimes
God,
you manage to
hey.
strike first, and sometimes she tears through you before you have a chance to act. But more often than not, each of you fells the other in the same moment.
Oh my god, the Robin's right there.
And then you get up and do it again, and again, and again, and again, and again, and again.
Hey, standing fireball.
We're all still here. This is all gonna be okay,
Yeah.
isn't it?
He doesn't answer the voice. He's gone.
What are you waiting for? I'm right here. Do you think this is... What is this place?
I don't know. That's like me. Hey.
Did we do this?
Yeah.
Huh. I didn't think we had it in us. But I guess that stuck-up control freak was right.
It's the end of the world, isn't it? It's the end of everything.
Oof.
Far from it. We're still here. And she's still here too.
Uh-oh.
I feel so... tired.
Oh. Where'd she go? The mirror.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her?
The mirror. The mirror's
There's
back.
that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now? There's something dreadful about it. I don't think you should.
No, we should.
Screw the mirror. We just need to find the princess.
I'm begging you, don't.
I'm gonna do this.
It's different now. It feels, I don't know, final.
Ah, it's fine. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone, but the mirror remains. It's time for you to see what's in it. It's you. Hey, look, it's me. You're alone? Oh. You're alone in a place that is empty. It's quiet here. You're at the cabin. There she is!
Something finds me in the long quiet and brings me the gift of a fragile vessel.
Oh.
Yes, nerves and fibers to feel the worlds beyond, perspectives to make my own. This one yearns to grow and struggle. Even now I feel a will pushing against mine, not realizing that we are one. She will make for a fierce heart.
Okay.
Do not mourn her. We will provide her with the growth she fought for.
Wait, you talking about this princess?
I am solitary lights in an empty city. What are you?
I don't know. Something. Yeah, I don't know.
I think that you are like me.
Like you?
We are oceans, reduced to shallow creeks.
Are you what sent me the Sailor Princess? Are you trapped?
I
What
have
trapped
only
me?
just now stirred to consciousness. I could not have trapped you here, and I too yearn to be free.
Hmm.
I'm sorry. There are some changes that can never be undone. There are some tears that can never be unshed. This is not a place that can hold a fragment of a concept. The moment she arrived here, she was going to return to me.
Turn to you?
I promise that it doesn't hurt. How can the world have ended if we are talking?
True. Where's Narayan?
You are the only thing I have ever known.
Oh,
The space we're in is vacant. Nothing comes here but us. I know only that they are.
okay. Indy's a princess?
She is part of me, and part of me is her.
Like the two voices in my head. But were you always the princess, or are you just making her part of you?
You speak in circles. Does it matter where one thing begins and another ends?
I don't even know each other.
You are familiar, but you are not me. I feel sadness, longing, hope as I witness you.
So, what happens now?
Nothing, as we are, but I know that there are worlds beyond us, and that we are meant to reach them.
Okay.
There is no exit, but this vessel is a creature of perception. She can make you forget, if only you believe her to be able to. Bring me more perspectives, so that I may be whole, and perhaps then we will know our freedom.
I gotta do this again.
More than you have found, but less than there are to find. I am infinite. The rest will find their own way home.
So she's part of many?
Then we will be here forever, as we are now. Unfinished, dry, hollow.
How much will I forget?
Everything, until we meet again.
Oh. I just want to say the princess from to stop her from destroying the world. If I help you, is that what's going to happen?
You ask of things that cannot be done. To destroy is merely to reshape, to remold.
You're being semantic. What are you going to do if I help?
How can I know? I am flickers in something sprawling and unilluminated.
Okay. Are you scared if I find a way to kill you?
I have not lived. I am not afraid to die.
Oh. I'm not going back, or made me forget. Oh, I want to know what you do if you wait.
If you need time, then I'll wait with you.
Wait forever? Oh boy.
You are as I am now, and forever is a long time to remain undone.
Oh.
I am not you, but I know that I would return before forever was finished.
Okay.
What textures will you weave for yourself to occupy forever? Will you place the images of you and I into a box for safekeeping?
Yeah.
If you close that box, will you become another you in another world? An imaginary pattern repeating itself until it can no longer bear the weight of its hand-drawn cage? You'll always come back to the box, because you'll always want to know what it means to be you. I will be here waiting by your side until you're ready to return to mine.
What? It just closed itself. What? What? Okay. Wait, there's 97 achievements? Alright, I'm gonna realize I'm gonna take a break. I'll be back. What? Attempt to wait out your destiny? Okay, make me forget then. I will. Everything goes dark and you die. I will. Okay. I'm gonna take a break. I will be back. Oh my god. Stop. Stop. Okay. I'll be back. Okay, I have returned. I'm going back on there. So we had this. Right, you can skip previously seen dialogue by hitting tab on your keyboard or RIL on your controller. Oh, left control. Okay. Proceed to cabin. And we're just gonna kill a strip. Oh. I didn't know the heart was in the middle of the chest. It's usually on the left hand side. Yes. What's that? I hope so. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah. Why not? Boop. Yeah. You just keep yapping. It's a heartbeat. She's not dead. Oh boy. Oh shit. See, I told you she had something. Oh. Am I really dead this time? The razor. No. Who's this? No, I don't believe that for a second. True. I'm sorry, we were made for this? We have no other purpose in life, just to be made to kill the princess. Is that what you're telling me? Okay. Hmm. Yes. You think it's gonna be a cave? Bet the mirror's there. The mirror's there! I wanna go to the mirror. He's lying again. He's lying again. Let's go on. Mm-hmm. No, that's fine. Take the blades. Sure. Let's go. Oh, jeez. I'm pretty sure that sand is the princess. I think that's her. Hey, darling. She's robotic. Yeah. She sounds robotic. What's behind her? Why is it so... Why's it got so far back? She sounds robotic. You don't understand me. I remember what happened last time. I know you have a knife. Like I trust you. You're being so suspicious right now. Can we just talk things through? I don't have a key. What happened after we died last time? What if we're both honest with each other? So I see it stop the world. You're right. Come on. She's sweating. Yeah. Nah. And the address? What? Why would you say that like that? Yeah. You sure. Put your arms up. Show me. You're a robot. What's under your dress? Okay. Hmm. I'm keeping that on me for self-defense. True. Yes. Who are you? Where are you? Mm-hmm. I didn't say anything about stabbing. Yes. She's lying. Hmm. Sure. No. When you want me to come closer, so you can stab me. True. Okay. Can I say even there, right? Ooh, I can slay her. Yes. What? Her hands. Nope, I'm loading. You can't? Hmm. Is it still not? Hmm. There it goes. Weird. Yeah.
You hear the horrible sound of metal slicing through meat.
I think the music's slow.
Whose meat? Not ours, right? Hers, at first. Then yours. Your neck, specifically.
Hee.
Where did that come
You
from?
collapse to the ground, your vision swimming as you attempt to focus on her bloody blade and the limp sack of flesh that was once her arm.
Your arms are bloody swords.
You're going to die now.
Yeah, you say
And with a
that.
quick jerk of her elbow, she does just that. Everything goes dark.
Arms race. Okay.
You're on a path in the woods. No, fuck that. If we're gonna have to keep doing this over and over and over again, we're not starting in that goddamn woods every time. We're starting in the fucking cabin. You're what? The interior of the cabin is sharp, a constricting mess of curved and battered sheet metal pushing you towards... Wait, I feel dizzy.
Oh.
Oh ho ho ho! I guess I took us to the cabin, didn't I? Isn't that interesting? Who holds the cards now?
Meryl's back.
The circle's getting smaller and smaller. Running isn't an option anymore. We have to fight.
That's a new voice.
What's the point of fighting if she's just going to win every time? It hurts being sliced to pieces. We're better off just sitting up here and doing nothing.
There's two new voices.
Great, so obviously you've already been here. How many times?
Three.
This is our third?
Yeah.
No wonder things have fallen apart. You do realise that every time you fail, she escapes and an entire world is damned to destruction, right?
Yes.
That can't be right. That's too much responsibility. I couldn't agree more. We couldn't be trusted with the fate of a single person, let alone the fate of the world.
Oh boy.
Let's just stay focused, shall we? The only furniture of note is a bent metal table, a pristine blade perched. We take it. Okay, sure, you take the blade before letting me finish telling you it's there. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
But the mirror.
This feels right. We just have to keep our senses sharp. That's right, we've got to be able to win eventually.
The mirror.
And what if we never do? So, are you just going to stand there, or are you going to head to the basement like you're supposed to?
The mirror.
I'd love to get started just as much as you would, but how are we supposed to get down there? You walk through the door. You do know what doors are, right?
What door? There's a mirror.
But there isn't a door, it's just that mirror again. There isn't a mirror. You really messed things up, didn't you? It's like you can't even see reality anymore. I can feel the air coming up from behind it, stinking of iron and steel. He might be right. Could be a trick. If our other senses can't feel it, then we can't trust it.
Oh.
You make your way to the door at the end of the room, stopping just in front of it. You really must think you're looking at a mirror. Well, it doesn't exist. Just reach forward and open it.
Okay.
Let's just move it out of the way without looking. I don't want to see us. I'm sure we all look awful after dying twice.
No.
Let's just fumble for the handle and be done with it. I don't care what we look like. I care about getting to the end of this mess.
Okay.
You reach forward and place your hand on the door to the basement. It creaks open. And the mirror's gone. How surprising. It was never there. Just an illusion. Guess it's time for us to see her again.
Here we
Just
go.
stay focused and you'll be fine.
And the stairs again.
You
Oh.
step forward, but you don't get a chance to linger on the basement stairs. They are smooth and flat and metallic, an unintentional and unfortunately slippery ramp that quickly sends you skittering to the bottom.
Take a look at that.
Your body tumbles onto the basement floor and the form of the princess comes into view, standing at a distance. She gives you a wry smile.
Oh yeah.
Hi, it looks like you don't have a way out, so I'm not going to play dumb anymore. But don't worry about how bad you did last time. That's part of the fun.
Fun for her, maybe. I didn't like dying all over again. Thinking about dying makes us as good as dead, The only thing that matters is survival.
Actually, does survival matter? We've died twice and nothing bad has come of it. We just need to find a way to win once.
Nothing
Okay.
bad has come of it yet.
Yeah.
Plenty bad has come of it. You've left at least one entire world to ruin. The people there mattered. The past isn't real. There's only here and now. Your internal bickering is cut short by the wet sound of slicing meat. From the princess's arms erupt twin blades glistening with her blood, the empty flesh of her arms flopping at her elbows like torn sleeves. The chain clatters to the floor.
Oh boy.
She's loose, and she is coming for you.
You're going to make me walk over to you, aren't you?
Shit. She's coming for us and I'm out of ideas.
Fighting. We're fighting her. You appeal to authority, puff her up a bit. Oh, that's easy. I'm gonna try flirting with it. Why can't you do that with the other one? She means like killing us, right? So let's beat her to it.
Yeah, that's right. We just have to think. There's probably an answer if we think.
Just standing there, huh? A bold strategy.
You don't have time to finish your thought. In a moment, she's across the room, blades flashing in the dim starlight. She skewers you. Ow.
What a surprise.
Yeah, we don't even get a second to think without her stabbing us.
Oh, a new one of us. I thought that only happens when we die. Did we die?
You're on a... No, you're in a... Where the hell are you?
I think we're dead, and that's all we'll ever be. Dead.
Stop saying dead, all of you. We might have died a second ago, but right now we're extremely not dead. This is all horribly wrong. How many times have you been here?
This is 4.
Yeah.
No wonder everything's such a mess. This wasn't supposed to go past 1.
I wonder what you're going to do next. You're so full of ideas, and I love that.
But I guess we don't have time to talk about things before the princess advances.
Oh.
Okay, whatever we do gets us another us. Let's see how many we can stack. There's got to be a point where it makes us better than her.
Okay, let's
As
go.
long as we keep moving.
Oh, great. So it's going to get even more crowded. Even more deluded voices that think we might stand any kind of chance.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, show me something new.
Yeah.
Okay, plan. Now.
She doesn't work. She kills you again and again and again. Your memory blurs. Your conscious leaps from life to life, holding only snippets of conflict that transpires.
Compliment her on those gleaming blades. There's nothing better than a capable woman. She skewers you.
You're cute.
Well, there's more of us. Let's see if that helps. We just have to hit her harder.
She skewers you.
Oh.
You'll have to be trickier than that.
Then you skewer yourself.
I thought we both understood that dying doesn't get you anywhere.
No.
Huh, that didn't do much of anything. We're tougher than I thought.
Just panic. Flee. She skewers you.
No, you don't get to escape. That's not how this works.
It doesn't matter how many times this takes, we can't give up.
Okay, let's go again. She's going to kill this body either way. So stop feeling what it feels.
Oh.
She skewers you.
Ooh, not bad. Real tough.
See? We're getting better.
Okay, yeah, that was a good one. Let's appeal to her better nature. We haven't tried that. She skewers you.
We're getting close to something, can't you feel it?
You're right. One last time, that's all we
Wait.
need.
Her swords are doubling. Every time we die, she gets another sword.
And then everything goes dark, and you die.
It's not us that's dying, it's Narayan. Reaching a shared destruction.
Your Honor, don't lose your head. We're in a cabin and we'll take it from here.
Everything feels like it finally fits, doesn't it? We're up here, which is different, and different is good. And our steel claw is already in our hand.
Oh, what if we throw it out the window over my dead body?
Oh, he's back.
That won't be very hard. We've died a lot. But I can't say I mind anymore.
Besides, what better way to die so very many times than at the sharp hands of a beautiful woman? I'm sure I can think of a better way to die.
They're all the same, really.
How about we stop thinking about horrible ways to die? I don't want us to accidentally manifest anything. The only thing we're gonna manifest is finally ending up on top. There are entirely too many of you. How many times have you been here? This isn't good.
Way too many.
How about you stick to describing things, and we'll stick to doing them?
Okay.
Yeah, leave it to the pros. We'll notch up that win in no time.
Let's go.
Narrator, we heroically stride through the door and towards our destined final encounter with our star-crossed lover.
Oh.
Fine by me. You walk to the door and onto the base.
It's more of a slide? Fine, I'll just shut up then and speak. Are you sure you don't want me to describe the stairs? Or this room, or anything?
No.
Don't care, just want to win.
Yeah.
Fine,
Hi,
make your way to
princess.
the basement, where the princess awaits you.
You know, this last time I killed you, and you didn't pop right back up again? I thought I'd actually done it. I thought I'd cut you into so many pieces you just weren't able to stitch yourself back together. But I guess we're not done. That's okay with me. It's good even. I like that.
Okay.
I got something ready for you while you were gone. Do you want to see it?
Is it extra big sword?
I'm not going to wait for an answer. I'm just going to show you.
Oh.
It's worth it though. Just you wait. And not for very long, because I'm going to do it right now.
Are you going to say what she does? Do you want me to talk now? Well, yeah, she says she has something new. I want to hear about the new thing.
Yes.
Yeah, me too. I think I speak for all of us when I say that I would like to hear you describe her new thing. Really? Okay then.
Here we go. Now.
The princess's skin twists, splitting into red blooms of raw meat as it stretches and tears. And then it erupts.
Oh boy.
She becomes a wave of blood and viscera, pieces of her splattering against the walls. All that remains in the center of the room is a skeleton of blades. A heart beats furiously in its cage of a chest.
Are you ready for what comes next?
Holy shit!
She's gorgeous.
Absolutely divine. Yes, behold, the perfect woman.
When did Matthew Perry get me?
Do you think we can
What's his
throw
name?
her out the window?
That
No.
looked painful.
Yeah.
How is she still alive?
Heart's still beating, that's all she needs.
This is fake. This is all fake. That's all. Just she doesn't even have a back anymore. How are we supposed to stab her in it?
This is all just a sick joke. I hate existing.
We're screwed. I quit. I'm done. Forget it.
This is all
Narrator,
just
What just happened? It's so quiet.
Something feels different about you. It almost makes me feel different. Like I should actually take this seriously for once.
You do not act, yet through that in action your body moves on its own. The princess strikes you as you approach, but as her blow finishes its arc, you're already somewhere else.
You're incredible.
Your weapon clashes again and again. You and her entering a rhythm free of thought and free of self. There is only the darts, the eve, their foe, the shifting of the tides back and forth between you. Deeper you fall into your play, faster your heart pounds, even faster the momentum volleys between you. endlessly, building a center and then an opening. Your blade strikes free of volatilization, and hers strikes too. Both strikes are lethal. Neither of you survive, but neither of you fear what's to come. This is a good ending. And she goes. We do not get to see each other die, nor will you ever. It's time for you to leave. Your memory returns. Time to approach the mirror. You do so. Stare at the glass. Time to see what's in it for you. Burn. Find yourself in the long quiet once again. You are at the cabin.
Flickering lights and empty cityscapes become pockets of vitality and movement. I am more than I was before. Whenever you are ready, I will wipe your slate clean once again.
Okay. Oh, she
Is a
changed.
child the same as an infant? I am an unbroken pattern, but every vessel gives fresh perspectives and carves new avenues of expression. I am different, but I am the same.
You've been kinder to me than anyone else I've met. Thank you.
Why wouldn't I be kind to you? You are the only thing I know that isn't me.
Fair enough. What do you want me to bring you next time?
Gifts aren't what someone tells you to bring them. My joy is in seeing what you choose. There are no wrong answers, and every perspective illuminates my shadows and shares new secrets.
I don't want to hurt you, but more times I go
The
back, I feel
vessels are
it's gonna hurt
shaped
you.
by memories of you, but they are drawn to the edge of the long quiet. To them you are a gate to something more, and you are something more than that, too. But they are only thoughts and perspectives. They are not me. The wounds they've suffered carve texture around my heart. Without them, I would be as I was before. I would be alone and without sensation. I could not feel the joy of having you by my side, for I would not know your absence.
Fair enough. What does it feel like to change?
Eyes close in reflection. Perspectives meld together, and the breadth of my experience stretches to new corners. There are contradictions, conflicts in my nature, and there are familiarities that bind everything together. It feels correct. This is what I need to be. This is the only path forward.
Do you have any thoughts on this vessel?
This one is sharp and single-minded. She is cruelty, but she is also joy. She will make for an indomitable heart. Do not mourn her. She is exactly where she needs to be.
Yeah, of course. I don't want her. I'm ready to go back.
I will long for your return, but it will give me time to reflect on what I am.
Oh.
We will meet again.
Oh. The mirror shattered. Everything goes off and you die. The hero and the princess. Bring
You're
the-
on a path in the woods.
Here we go again.
That's the spirit. You make your way up the short path to the cabin.
Proceed to the cabin.
The interior of
What if I don't take the blade?
the door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy. Her voice
Hello? Is someone there?
is hypnotizing. It's the kind of voice you only have to hear once to remember it for the rest of your life. Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. You're playing a dangerous...
Oh.
Don't be a stranger. It's been so long since I've had any visitors. Please, come downstairs.
She sounds softer this time.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement. She's beautiful. How could someone like this be a threat to anyone? I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot riding on you here.
Hi. Do you think you can get me out of these chains?
I can try.
You're only making this more difficult.
Shut up, go away.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're making a huge mistake.
Shush.
No, you're doing the right thing.
Yeah.
You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
No, I'm sorry.
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
Okay. I'll be here. Good luck.
Okay.
You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the... Is someone else here? You try the door, but it's locked from the outside.
Oh boy.
You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd just taken the blade like you were supposed to. Easier for whom? Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
Yeah, they did.
There's a slight panic rising in the princess's voice.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
She barely hesitates before raising her arm to her mouth, her teeth tearing through her limb with the determination of a trapped wolf.
Oh my god.
As she rips her flesh from her bone, a sound comes from behind you, the clang of bouncing metal. It's the blade from upstairs. You're not sure how it made its way down here, but if there's a time to strike, it's now. Or we could use it to free her. You won't like what happens if you do that. Fine. Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the ragged, self-inflicted wound on the princess's arm, just above the unyielding chain binding her to this place. You cut into her flesh. The blade is sharp, and it takes little effort to crack through the bone of her arm. Her limb falls to the ground, and the heavy chains follow suit. She didn't so much as utter a sound through the whole ordeal.
Yeah.
No, she didn't. She smiles softly as her gaze meets yours, blood from her wounded arm dripping rhythmically to the ground. How is she still smiling after everything? It's like she isn't even bothered by what just happened.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
Okay.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I can't just let her escape into the world. As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade.
No, stop. I don't want to.
Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that.
Yeah.
Watch me.
No.
What are you doing?
I can't control it.
Stop that.
No.
Something's come over you, hasn't it? You know you don't have to do this, right?
I know.
Your body lunges forward, the blade held low, ready to sink into her heart. But the princess dodges, stumbling back against the wall before the blade has a chance to connect. Stop it. Stop trying to resist me. I'm trying to get you out of here alive. The blade. Move the blade.
No.
As your body remains frozen in stubborn resistance, the princess takes a cautious step forward.
We both know this isn't you.
She nervously reaches towards you and takes the blade from your infuriatingly rigid hands. What are you doing?
I'm sorry. I'll try to be quick.
She plunges it into your chest, tearing through flesh and sinew. It is...
Oh no! I'm so sorry.
Stay strong. We can tough it out until it's done. For her sake. For her sake? Don't you start pretending that dying a painful death is some sort of heroic gesture. The two of you have literally doomed everyone.
No.
Whatever. She sinks the blade into your chest again and again and again, and you feel every inch of burning pain that slices its way into your body.
Oh.
I'm sorry.
She doesn't know how to use a knife, does she? Apparently not, though it doesn't matter how sloppy her knife work is, does it? A stab wound is still a stab wound, and it won't be long before you bleed out.
I'm so sorry.
Oh boy.
With one last thrust of the knife, your legs give out beneath you. You collapse to the floor, your blood pooling around you, your limbs unresponsive. The princess stares down at your ruined chest as tears carve rivulets of pink down her blood-spattered cheeks.
Oh boy.
It can't just end like this, right?
No.
Oh, that's rich coming from you. As much as I'd prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. The two of you made your choice. It's over. Everything goes dark, and you die.
The damsel. Oh.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. You're here to slay her. Oh, don't you start grandstanding about morals. The fate of the world is at risk right now, and the life of a mere princess shouldn't stop you from saving us all. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way.
Yeah.
Yes, he didn't approve of us last time, did he? If we're going to save our beloved, we'll have to be sneaky about it.
He's back.
Our beloved?
Oh.
Yes, you'll have to be very sneaky about your intentions if you're going to try and save the princess. Ah, so all of the cards are on the table. Then you should know that we and the princess are in love, and the four of us will be foiling any and all assassination attempts you've got in the works.
Oh boy.
We'll see about that. Whatever you do, just be sure to ignore him specifically. It sounds like he's the sort who'd sacrifice the whole world for a peck on the cheek.
What can I say? A world without love is a world that isn't worth saving.
Okay.
A warning before you go any further.
Oh.
She will lie, she will cheat.
We already told you we're not playing along with your little game. It's your lies that can't be trusted. Her beauty is the only thing in the world we can believe in.
Okay.
I think we've already been over this. I'm pretty sure he just likes the sound of his own voice.
Yeah.
I do, but I also speak from the heart. My passions are too great to be stifled. They must be expressed.
Sure, yeah, your passions are strong and all, but not everyone needs to hear them. Some things are better kept quiet.
Yeah, it is Matt Berry. It says Matt Berry.
Don't pay their bickering any mind. Focus on the task ahead.
Where will I get him in my head?
The interior of the cabin is clean and elegant, its stone walls draped in fine-threaded tapestries, a prison befitting a royal prisoner. The only furniture of note is an ornate wooden table with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
A knife. What have you got there? A knife. Also, mirror.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement. What are you talking about? This isn't a wall. It's a mirror.
And
Reach forward
it's
and
gone.
rub your hand against the cabin wall.
But there was a mirror, and now it's gone. Pity. We could have a feather out of place, and now we'll never know. We can't gallantly sweep her off her feet if we have a feather out of place.
I'm not taking the blade again.
The door to the basement
Ooh.
creaks open, revealing an intricate stairwell. Gold-trimmed carpet glimmers in the light of the torches positioned along the walls. The basement almost seems welcoming in the dim firelight. But it's still a
Fancy.
stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favour.
No. That's really
A
nice.
soft voice carries up the stairs.
Hello?
Hello? Is someone there?
Yes?
Her voice. It's somehow even more beautiful than last time. I can hear wedding bells already. I've held my tongue till now, but you're taking this a little too far. We barely even know the princess. We can still do right by her without all this over-the-top fawning.
Yes, for everyone's sake, you're not in love. Just remember that her charms are all part of the manipulation. You walk down the stairs
Oh,
and lock
pretty
eyes with the
dress this time.
princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall.
My love, we're here to rescue you from your unjust and foul imprisonment.
Why can't I, Matt?
You know she can't hear you, right?
She may not be able to hear my words, but surely she can hear my spirit.
Matt Berry, calm down.
Oh, your spirit's plenty loud, all right.
It's you, my dashing hero. I was so worried you wouldn't come back.
Oh, I'm back.
Did you
Again.
hear that? She said we're dashing.
And she called us a hero. Flattery really goes a long way with the two of you, doesn't it?
It does with them. Don't worry, run it.
Waiting for you to come back. I didn't want to believe your ravings back in the woods, but this is next to incontrovertible evidence. You've been here before.
Yes.
That's right, villain, and you killed us.
Well, she killed us.
Thanks to you.
Only because he made us try and kill her. It was self-defense. Our beloved's hands remain unstained by cruelty.
And you've died before. So an entire world has been damned to oblivion. I'd really hoped I'd be the first, but what's done is done. What matters is you have a chance to do it right this time.
No.
We damned a whole world. But everything reset. Nothing resets, you're just somewhere else. You can't keep hopping between worlds forever.
I can.
Especially not
And I
without
will.
leaving a trail of incomprehensible devastation behind you. This is horrible.
Horrible for you, maybe, but we've been given another opportunity to sweep her off her feet and treat her like the lady she is.
She must be just looking at us and like thinking, he's just standing there. Like, what are they doing? Not said anything like in the last 5 minutes.
Now, hold on. If she actually ended a world, are you sure we want to do this? Are you sure we want...
We never saw a world end, and now I'm even more certain that we must chase our heroic and romantic destiny than I've ever been. I shan't let anyone convince us otherwise.
Are you listening to him? He's lost it. Don't let him distract you. Just do...
I'm not gonna listen to you.
I'm okay with whatever you come up with. You can cut my arm off again.
We won't be laying a finger on her perfect wrists, and indeed, we won't even have to. Do you see how dainty her hands are? We'll be able to slip her right out with no harm done.
What? No, she's a prisoner here. You can't just slip her hand through the chains. Why are you two arguing over the logistics of slipping her hand out of her shackles? She just said she'd be okay with any idea we came up with. Am I the only one here who thinks that's weird?
She didn't care last time. Why should she care this time? That's our stoic, smiling angel.
No, you're right. It's extremely bizarre behaviour and further evidence that she's a monster who's not to be trusted. So go ahead and slay her. No, I can't let you do that. If you take another step towards the princess, I'll... You'll what? Take over our body and force us to try and kill her?
Again.
I would if you had a weapon.
Not on my watch, villain. My passions contain titanic depths, and if you try anything that might harm our dearest, I will end our life without a second thought.
Okay.
You wouldn't.
I'm pretty sure he would.
I would.
I'd listen to him if I were you. He has a lot of strong feelings. And doesn't the world end if we don't stop her?
True.
You approach the princess and gingerly slide her hand from her bindings.
Wait,
That
if she could do that this
shouldn't
whole
have
time, why did she
worked.
do that?
I'll be damned. We're doomed. I can't believe it. But I guess I have to.
I told you, there's no life more worth living than that of a true believer.
I'm free, and you're not trying to kill me this time. Thank you. Thank you so much.
The princess jumps up and smothers you in a joyful embrace.
Oh.
Ugh, if only you had a weapon, one slip of the wrist and your pristine blade would be buried in her back and everyone out there would be saved.
No.
Luckily for Mr. Romance, we don't have a weapon.
Who needs a weapon when we have the power of love on our side?
What do we do now?
What do you want to do? We leave and then have the whole night to figure out what we do next.
That sounds perfect.
Okay.
The princess takes your hand, the last hopes of the entire world slipping through your fingers as they intertwine with hers.
We have each other. We don't need the world for our happy ending.
I like to think that you do, actually. Look, I have my doubts, but the choice has been made and this is happening. You don't have to mope about it.
Mm-hmm.
I will mope about it, because moping is the only recourse you love-blind fools have left me with. You and the princess walk up the stairs hand in hand. Ugh, look at the way she's smiling at you. She doesn't have to be so happy about this. And what happens after we walk up the stairs? Let's see. Oh, isn't that interesting? The door slams in your face and the lock clicks. That's a familiar move.
Yeah.
Did I do that last time? Then you should know that you won't be able to leave.
Oh no! Did someone lock us in here? That's not fair. We're supposed to leave now.
She's right. It isn't fair. But the unfairnesses of the world are no match for the strength of true love.
Oh boy.
Enough with this true love nonsense. You just met her.
Of course you wouldn't understand. Our passions run deeper than anything you have ever known.
Are you listening to this? You don't have to go along with the every whim of that delusional voice. I'm just along for the ride at this point.
Mm.
Okay, yeah, let's do it.
Like a pair of teenagers in love, you and the princess place your hands on the door together. Blech. And the lock clicks and the door creaks open. Are you kidding me?
I told you our love was insurmountable.
You and the princess make your way upstairs and You're enjoying this, aren't you? You're taking every opportunity you can to draw out the end of the world and make me suffer.
Mm-hmm.
That's the way out. We're going to leave together, just like you wanted.
Yes.
Yes, I suppose you are going to do that, aren't you? You cross the room, opening the door to the cabin. And then you step outside.
A happy ending at last.
No, it isn't.
We did it. What should we do now?
Where did everything go? Where did he go?
Oh, is he gone? I hadn't noticed. I was too busy staring deep into our beloved's eyes.
I'm cold. Is being happy supposed to be so cold?
No.
She's cold. Quick, our feathers. Pluck them all and weave her a coat worthy of a princess.
There she goes. But you don't get the chance to make that jacket, nor will you ever. It was time to leave. Your memory returns.
Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And is that a mirror? Why is it here? Why now?
We've been here before, don't worry.
But it feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything.
No.
Yes, I fear that we won't like what we'll see. What if we just sit here and preen for a while? That can't hurt.
It's the end for you, but not for me.
Okay. If you say so. We'll trust you. She'll be there waiting for us. I just know it.
Approach the mirror. Silence as you reach for it. They're gone again. They're gone once again, and the mirror always makes them leave. But you need to see what's in it. You're with it. Oh. Find yourself in the long quiet once again. To the cabin. You're at the cabin. Approach her. Hi,
I
princess.
am a growing chorus of contradiction, a mass of tides ebbing and flowing all at once in more directions than my attention can bear to hold. To look at any one is to shift them all into something new, and to look away is to reshape them yet again. All of me is changing, and yet the rest of me is still the same.
You can't be a contradiction. Contradictions don't exist.
And yet my waters flow and my streets bustle. There are no words that can describe me into non-existence. There is no logic that can bind my multitudes. I am everything that you have known me to be, but I am also none of it.
How can you stand to be a contradiction?
As easily as you can stand to be you. You are like me, even if you have chosen not to look at the corners of you that do not fit. Even if you have chosen to ignore the brilliant contours of your soul.
It doesn't matter how many times I go back, at least one of us hurts the other. Doesn't that change you? Doesn't that make you worse?
It changes me, but it doesn't make me worse, nor does it make me care for you any less. Does it make you worse? Do you resent me?
Well, no. No, not really. It all seems too distant.
It does seem small from here, and the more we journey, the smaller each of those steps will be. But that doesn't make any of them less special.
What do you think of this vessel?
This one is soft and delicate. You molded her to love you, and she'll make for a gentle heart. Do not mourn her. She has served her purpose.
Do you still not care what I bring you
I
next?
care about your gifts, but I have no preferences to burden you with. Even if I did, I would never dare to tarnish our relationship by assuming myself above you.
How many more vessels do I need to bring you?
We will know when we near our destination.
Can you give me a straight
I'm
answer?
sorry. Words are difficult for me.
Oh,
They never fully weave what I wish to say. If you do not like my answers, then you need not ask me questions.
true.
The vessels you choose to bring me carry far more meaning than anything words could say in the spaces between.
I'm ready to go back.
I will be here when it is time for us to meet again.
And everything goes dark and you die. Once again, the mirror's shattered.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her.
Okay.
Don't mention it. It's all part of the...
Let's go. Let's see what they
You
this
take
time.
the blade.
Okay.
The door to the...
Oh, are you now? Why don't you come down and let me take a look at you?
Okay.
Great job. You gave away the element of surprise. Good luck, hero. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist.
She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world?
I know. You brought a knife with you and everything. But you don't have to try and kill me. You could always toss that scrap of metal to the ground and give the two of us a chance to talk things out.
Alright.
She makes a compelling point. What if... Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want to do. The blade tumbles out of your trembling hands and drop against your better judgment. You step forward to speak with... She hesitates before answering.
Too long.
She doesn't know. She's been down here too long to have any idea of what she'd do in another life. She knows what she'd do. She's just searching for whatever answer she thinks you want to hear.
I don't think I can answer that question in a way you'd find meaningful. At the end of the day, whatever the two of us have going on down here is about trust. Whoever sent you to slay me claimed I was a threat to the world, but they didn't tell you why. That doesn't sound right to me. And I don't think it sounds right to you either. Otherwise, we'd be killing each other instead of talking.
True.
She has a point. There's a reason I've been telling you to question the situation, and there's a reason you've listened.
So, I could tell you that I'd lead a quiet life in the woods, or that I'd open an orphanage, or that I'd do any other number of good things that I'm sure you think you want to hear.
Yeah.
But you don't really know me, do you?
No.
What can my word possibly be worth in a situation like this?
She's right about one thing. Her word isn't worth anything.
Like I said, it's all about trust. Blind trust. So do you trust me, the prisoner, the victim, the princess clearly incapable of ending the world? Or do you trust whoever put me here?
Who
She's
did
wrong.
exactly put you
This
here?
isn't about trust. This is about risk. We stand to lose everything, all for the sake of one person, and a subjugating monarch no less.
Don't jump to any weird conclusions. We're two people who have met each other. By definition, we have a relationship.
You can't. Don't bother.
I'm guessing you don't have the key then. I'm sure there's a key somewhere around here, and if there isn't, well, we can always put that knife to good use.
Her sharp eyes settle on the edge of the blade. She isn't suggesting what I think she's...
Oh, have you decided?
You know why you're here.
Oh, you have to be kidding me.
You walk up to the chains binding. They're large and heavy.
That would be fine.
You make your way back to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd simply slay. Easier for whom? Against your better judgment, you cut into her flesh. The blade is sharp, and you make quick work of it. Before long, you're able to crack through bone, and she pulls the bleeding stub of her arm through the iron gauntlet. She didn't so much as utter a sound. Free from her bindings, the princess turns to face you, her fierce gaze meeting your eye. How is she so composed after losing an arm? It's like she...
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
That's right.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. As the princess approaches the... Wait, this isn't fair. Watch me.
Okay, so we did this last time.
You bring the blade down and plunge it into the princess's back, okay? There's no going... Though the blade left a deep gash in her shoulder, she barely...
Are you serious? I don't know what came over you, but if we're doing this, I guess I'll have to kill you.
Okay, let me try warning her.
Stop that.
I thought this was a little too easy.
Your body lunges forward to sink the blade into her back, but the princess swiftly moves out of the way before you can connect. Stop it! Stop resisting me! I am trying to get you out of here alive. The blade. Move the blade.
No.
You're doing your best to help me, aren't you? I can see the conflict in your eyes. I'll make this quick.
She steps forward and pries the blade from your rigid hands.
Maybe I'll see you in another life.
She's different this time.
And then she slits your throat with an almost clinical ease. Her face remains unchanged as she watches you collapse to the ground, blood flowing from your butchered neck. This is the end, isn't it?
Yep.
I'm afraid it is. Everything goes dark, and you die. hope it was worth it.
The prisoner.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that, you're here to slay her. My tricks? Don't forget what he... I'm inclined to agree. You know I can... And as far as...
I'm gonna save real quick.
You have already committed to my completion. You cannot go further astray.
Okay.
A warning. She will lie. Yes. Did you just say... No, I didn't. Just ignore this clown and focus on the princess.
Oh, wait. Fuck. Let's try to load. Oh well. Oh.
The interior of the cabin is less a cozy woodland retreat and more like a dungeon. A few pathetic wisps of starlight attempt to illuminate the cold, uninviting stone walls, and thick, wrought iron bars barricade the windows, reminding anyone who enters that this is a prison. The only furniture of note is an iron table, bolted to the floor, a pristine blade perched on its edge.
Bolted to the floor. There's
The
a mirror.
blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
I'm gonna go to the mirror.
You walk up, what are you talking?
Ah, it's
Reach
gone again.
and now it's gone. If he doesn't want us to know about it, you take good idea. The door to the basement creaks open, revealing an old stone staircase. A few sputtering torches attempt to vaguely illuminate your path, dancing across glimmering patches of slimy moss on the stone steps. If her voice, harsh but controlled, carries up the stairs.
Is that a visitor I hear? Please, come downstairs. It's been a while since I've had company.
Does
Sure.
she remember us?
Maybe.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. She looks up at you, the heavy collar around her neck clanking loudly as she moves, the chains binding both her wrists to the far wall, joining the metallic chorus as she adjusts her hands in her lap. Should we be worried about the one around her neck? Why would you be worried about her restraints? If anything, they'll make your job easier. Have you noticed the empty chain on the wall? Odd that in a place where everything seems to serve a distinct purpose, there would be something so obviously useless.
What an interesting development. Why don't you have a seat? The two of us should chat before you bury that thing in my heart.
Sure.
You step towards the princess, but she stops you before you get too close, holding up one shackled hand.
There's fine. I'd prefer we keep some distance until we've sorted this out.
Okay.
That's reasonable. We do have a weapon. Might as well put her at ease. You do as she asks and sit on the floor, still a good distance away from her.
Same, just in case.
Thank you. Now, what are your intentions for me?
What do you mean intentions?
Yes, your intentions. You have a knife. What are you going to do with it? Why are you here? There isn't a keyhole in these shackles, so I'm afraid my only way out is surgical removal.
Is she forgetting about the shackle on her neck?
We have to chop
Or
our
does she
heads off.
think she'd survive a beheading?
You're right. Maybe she's delusional. All the more reason not to trust her.
Unless she really could survive.
Though I suppose you could just be here to kill me. But I don't think that's in either of our best interests.
Hmm.
Oh? Are we acknowledging that? I thought we weren't going to give away the game. But yeah, I remember.
First you make a comment about having been here before, and now this. As much as I would like to remain...
It's complicated things. How, exactly?
Ideally, this was supposed to be one and done. You go to the cabin, you heroically slay the princess, and in the process you save the entire world from...
No, no. Like I trust you to come any closer with that knife. All you're going to do is hand it to me and watch me work.
Oh.
But she would have to cut her head off, right? She can't be suggesting that.
She certainly seems confident. Maybe she knows something we don't.
Or maybe you should consider the most likely scenario. She's bluffing so she can disarm you.
Though if she isn't bluffing, whatever she has planned might be for her benefit alone. There's no guarantee that what's good for her is good for us.
So, what should we do?
I don't know. I'm just spelling out our options, listing the pros and cons.
Then let me help you. I'll start with the cons. If you're handing her your weapon, the cons are that she might use it to escape and end the entire world. And she might use it to kill you.
I'm gonna save here.
That doesn't sound great. What about the pros? There are none.
The pros are that we can't trust him, possibly even more than we can't trust her. And whatever she has planned could do something to mess with what he has planned. Or maybe they're both screwing us over in their own ways.
I'm not giving you.
I don't know, but you could always try it on. Maybe it'll fit.
But I've been chains for us.
I hope I don't actually have to say this, but please don't lock yourself in chains. We need you ambulatory if you're going to save the world. I wouldn't do that if I were you.
And why is that?
Do I even need to explain myself? It's a shackle, and it's one without a key. Do you want to be stuck here like she is?
And what? Is it going to lock the second we put our wrist into it?
I don't know. Maybe it will.
He doesn't want us to look at it. That's all the reason we need to investigate.
But what if he's telling the truth?
He isn't.
I am. Against your better judgment, you approach the chain dangling from the far wall. The princess watches you with faux disinterest as you inspect it, though she can't fully hide her curiosity. I don't want to say what I'm supposed to say next.
Oh no.
What is that supposed to mean? It sounds bad. Is it bad? Yes, it's bad.
Come out and say it then. You're just wasting time.
Fine. As you hoist the shackle, its heft shifts within your grasp, as if pulled by some odd magnetism. Before you can so much as blink, it practically leaps from your hands, snapping around your neck.
Knew that was going to happen.
And, as if your situation weren't bad enough, the same magnetism repels your blade, which is flung from your hand and sent skittering across the floor of the basement.
Oh boy.
Excuse me? Yes? Are we stuck here now? Yes.
Come here, Jayla. Okay.
Huh, so it does fit. And I guess it doesn't like your knife. We're stuck here together, aren't we? That's funny.
Okay.
What are we supposed to do now?
Can't even cut ourselves out. Guess we'll starve.
That's horrible.
It's not all bad. We learned a valuable piece of information.
Not to touch things we're specifically told not to touch.
Yes.
No, that there's something special about this loose chain. It's clearly important.
What should we do?
Wait, I guess. Maybe something else will happen. Maybe not.
I think it will.
Yep. No. Nope.
That's rude.
Oh,
You and the princess wait in silence, though neither of you knows what you're waiting for. But you're waiting for something.
anything?
Waiting for anything.
Yeah.
This is so boring.
There must be something we can do to get out of here. There must be something we're missing.
But there isn't.
I bet there
Time
is.
passes. It passes and passes and passes. And the basement of the cabin remains much the same.
Okay.
At least the world is safe. It isn't. You're stuck. Too far away from both the princess and your blade to do much of anything. But she's not ending anything. She's just sitting there.
Yeah.
Her very existence is a threat. It harms everything around it.
How exactly does that work?
It just does.
But
Your line of questioning is interrupted by the passage of even more time. And after that, even more time passes again. And let me guess, the cabin remains the same.
if time is passing, the cabin can't be the same. Even if the differences are small, they have to exist. That's just how things work.
I suppose you're correct. Things are changing. The differences are small at first, a bit of weathering here, a bit of erosion there, but then they get larger and larger.
I don't like small talk, remember?
Yeah.
Still rude.
Oh.
You continue to wait in silence, and the cabin continues to change. The decay comes faster now. You can see earth through holes in the stonework, can watch lichen spread along the seams of the walls.
That doesn't make sense. Has our entire concept of time changed? What happened to starving? We should have died by now if the rocks around us are starting to erode.
She hasn't starved.
Yep.
I guess she hasn't.
Yeah, time is past. Oh. That's a huge hacking root. Oh.
Even more silent time passes as you watch roots push themselves through the increasingly porous walls of the basement. Dirt seeps inside, flowing across the stone floor like a liquid, covering the ground and threatening to swallow you both.
The light's gone.
Time continues to pass, and pass, and pass, until suddenly there are no walls. And then
This is like the third time around.
And
I think he's gone.
oh, he's left again.
Would you look at that? We made it out of the cabin, and nothing bad had to happen to either of us.
True. Well, here comes
So
the
this
thing.
is the outside world. It's cold.
Oh, there she goes. Once again. But you do not get the chance to spawn, nor will you ever. It's time to leave. Memory returns.
she's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her?
No.
And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
Trust me, we've been here before,
It
it's
feels so
alright.
bad. Like, looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything.
You're right. Part of me wants the truth, but something stronger is holding me back. Fear.
It's and for
What
you,
is
but
that
not for
supposed to
me.
mean? Whatever awful thing I felt before, it feels so much worse now.
No, that can't be right. There has to be something more.
You approach the mirror. Gaze some rose collection. Silence as you reach forwards. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave. But you need to see what's inside it. Remains. Oh. You're unraveled. You find yourself in the glowing quiet once again. To the cabin. You're at the cabin.
There's a world beyond the endless walls of the long quiet. I am curious to see what it means for us to know it.
Do you think there are people out there?
It doesn't matter if there are. People are too small for us. You and I are the only things that interest me.
What are your thoughts on this vessel?
This one is cold and cynical. She has protected herself when others could not. She will make for a clever heart. Do not mourn her. She doesn't need to be protected any longer.
How many more vessels?
One. Whatever you bring me next will be enough. And then gravity will pull the others back to me. I will be singular. A final multitude.
Okay, I'm ready to go back.
The
Once
next
again.
time I see you, each of us will finally know what we are.
Sure,
I will be here, waiting for you.
like always. Everything goes dark and you die. And we're back again.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path,
Skip.
seriously? You're just going to turn around and leave?
Yes.
Fine. I suppose you just quietly continue down the path away from the cabin. Good. What we're being asked to do here is wrong. Better to wash our hands of this whole situation than to take part in it. Ignore that annoying little voice. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Mm-hmm. It does.
That's strange. It looks like this path also leads to the cabin.
What?
How convenient. Everything's back on track again. Maybe the world can still be saved after all.
How?
That's great to hear. As long as you bring that fiery attitude to princess slaying, I think this will all resolve splendidly. A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Fortunately, she's only a princess, whereas you are a valiant and talented warrior. It'll be easy, so long as you stay focused.
Okay.
We can't just go through with this and listen to him. She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them.
Here we go again.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare.
Skip. Take the planes.
You take the
And then it's the basement.
door.
Skip.
Oh, are you now? Why don't you come down and let me take a look at you? I know.
The blade tumbles out of your trembling hands and drops to the floor with an
Oh? Have you decided what to do?
you know. Maybe it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful.
Okay.
You attempt to make your... You make your... No, we won't have... You bring the blade down, okay? There's no going back now.
Mm-hmm.
Though the blade left a deep gash in her shoulder, she barely so much as flinches, turning around to stare at you incredulously.
There's that one. Only one.
Stop that.
I thought this was a little too easy.
And then... Wait. It's just to slay the princess.
Thank you. You swing your arm towards her throat, the blade singing through the air. But she's ready for it. She grabs your arm, her grip like a stone vice. You drop the blade, pathetically. She lets go, and faster than you can react, rears back and hits you with a bone-shattering haymaker. There's a ringing in your ears. You're fairly certain you can feel bone grinding against bone where she fractured your jaw, but your body isn't allowing you to feel much right now, adrenaline coursing through your system and numbing your nerves. You fall to your knees. You're barely able to bring your trembling arms up to defend yourself before she hits you again. Every blow is as punishing as the first. You feel bones shatter with every impact, unknown ruptures blossoming with blood somewhere inside of you.
You poor thing. I'll go ahead and put you out of your misery.
She sounds like Ash from Overwatch.
She places a confident heel on your chest and pushes you down to the ground. Her knee falls to your throat, your windpipe crushed beneath a weight you didn't think her slight form could possibly possess. It can't just end like this, right?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but it's over. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Again. The tower.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And you're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Let's go.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything. We might as well just pledge ourselves to her and stop pretending we're capable of doing anything in this situation. She probably doesn't even need to try to overpower us. Can we tone down the pessimism just a smidge? I'm not being a pessimist. I'm just being realistic.
Okay.
You're being annoying. Just ignore their bickering, and whatever you do, don't pledge yourself to her. I cannot stress enough how absolutely catastrophic that would be for everyone, yourself included. I agree. If she's wrongfully imprisoned, then we should rescue her, but if he's telling the truth, we shouldn't just hand her the world on a silver platter.
Mm-hmm.
Rescue her? Given the stakes of the situation, there isn't really a difference between rescuing her and pledging yourself to her. Either would be terrible. So please try to ignore both of those knuckleheads and focus on saving the world. Let's not make this harder than it has to be.
Okay. Proceed.
If that's what you want, I guess I don't have a say here. The interior of the cabin is larger and more grandiose than its humble exterior would suggest.
So high up.
The only furniture of note is a massive marble altar with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
Let me goes back.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Let me go and check
Why do
there
we
first.
feel so small?
Yeah.
We don't feel small. We are small.
Oh.
You walk up to the wall next to the base. What are you talking about? This isn't a...
See in the mirror.
You
Oh.
reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know
We should count ourselves lucky. Some things are better left unseen.
Oh. Alright, let's take
you
blades.
take the blade from the altar. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
Let's go to the basement.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a spiral staircase. Its steps almost as deep as you are tall. The smell of incense drifts up from below.
Huh. This is actually kind of nice.
It's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
Hmm.
Her
Probably.
booming voice rolls up the stairs.
Oh.
Is that a guest I hear? Don't linger on the stairs. Come down and witness me.
Oh.
You weren't kidding when you said it was booming. She wasn't like this last time.
No.
We need to get down there. She wants us to see her. We need to see her.
Should we be worried about your sudden change in attitude? Just a few minutes ago you were going on about how pointless everything was. Now you want to go down there. It doesn't matter what that little voice says. He's not the one making the decisions. Though if his ramblings get you to the princess, they get you to the princess.
Let's go.
Making your way down the spiral staircase is a time-consuming and exhausting effort, every step requiring you to clamber over one edge before dropping to the next. But soon the end comes into view, and you tumble to the bottom, entering the vast, temple-like room beyond.
Oh.
The princess towers over you, almost glowing in the weak starlight, her figure framed by a stained glass window. Her long hair billows around her, and a chain binds her wrist to the far wall.
The chain is nothing to her. It might as well be a toy for all the good it would do. I told you it was pointless to resist her.
The little bird has returned to me. I wonder what he wants.
Hello.
You've brought that knife again, even though you know it's useless. Such charming audacity. Drop it.
Okay.
The blade slips from your fingers and clatters uselessly to the floor. We didn't have to do that,
Yeah, we did.
and yet you did.
She's so much more than us. You wouldn't understand what it feels like to be in her presence.
Okay.
Oh, I understand what's going on, and you'd better snap yourself out of it.
Oh.
Kneel.
Okay.
On her command, you fall to the floor, knees painfully connecting with hard stone.
That's my good little bird. Now, why don't we talk? The last time we met, you couldn't even scratch me. And yet here you are again, trying to succeed where you've already catastrophically failed. What draws you back here beyond the empty halls of death? Speak.
The last time we met, nobody should have met her before this. You should be the first. You're the only one I trust to deal with her.
Uh-oh.
Then you shouldn't have trusted us. There was nothing we could do to stop her then, and there's nothing we can do to stop her now.
Well, he found out.
He's being melodramatic, but yeah, we've been here before and she absolutely destroyed us. What are we even supposed to do to stop her? That's worrying. Whatever you do, don't tell her why you're here. It's best not to give her any ideas.
Mm-hmm.
You weak-willed buffoon.
Is that so?
The princess closes her eyes in contemplation.
Something about that thought wraps itself around my heart. It feels like a fundamental truth to my being that I'd somehow forgotten.
Oh.
The collapse of the old is a necessary prelude to the birth of the new, and the world as it is now is overdue for alterations. It's time for me to seize my destiny, and you, little bird, will help me seize it.
Okay.
She's inevitable. There's nothing else for us to do but help her. Maybe she'll be nice to us.
Mercy the whole time. Ooh, pledge yourself to it. Yes, I'm yours.
Your will was so easily broken. Am I that magnificent?
You're huge. Wait, there's hands on the window.
All you need to do now is break my chains.
If this is what you want, then I guess there's not much else for me to say. No, you can't just give in to her. Not when the stakes are so high. Not when you're so close. I won't let you do this.
Oh my god, here he goes again.
There's still something in the way. A greasy film inside of you where it doesn't belong. Trying to conceal you from me.
It's called an narrator. Please can you take him away?
Is that a person? No, it used to be a person. It's something different now. An echo.
Is she talking about you? That's impossible. She's not supposed to be able to interact with me.
You're a small one, aren't you? A shriveling little worm stretched beyond its limits, trying to control things that it can't understand.
No. What are you talking about?
That's good.
I don't care what you are. You're mine.
Oh. I think the narrator's gone.
Rise, my little bird.
Without hesitation, you're brought to your feet.
Break my chains.
And how are we supposed to do that? All we have is a blade.
All you need to do is believe it's been done.
Her chains shatter, and the cuff falls from her wrist. She is loose, and the end is upon us.
What a good disciple you are. Come, it's time for us to leave.
Oh. There she goes. It's time for us to leave. But you do not take her hand, nor will you ever. It's time to leave. Your memory returns.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? Oh, there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
You approach the mirror.
This doesn't feel right. It feels different. Final. I don't want to look at us.
The voices feel small, distant as you approach. Gaze onto your direction. Silence as you reach forward, they're gone again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's inside it. You are nothing at all. Oh. But isn't that right? That isn't right. You can't be nothing. You refocus your gaze, then you see it. A figure, faint and veiled in shadow, just beyond the reflection. It's a crow.
I think you know what I am.
The crack slides down the center of the mirror, splitting in the image. And glass too. Then another crack forms, and another, turning the mirror into a jagged shard of broken glass. Oh.
Then ask them, and make it quick. I won't last for long now that you can see me.
Oh my god, that's so loud.
The narrator. Yes. I suppose that's my job, isn't it? You needed help after all. An objective voice to guide your blade. But you were never supposed to see me. I wonder how many worlds you've damned to extinction to fall this far. Oh, I'm nothing like you. I'm an echo, likely one of many. Somebody made you after all, and I'm what's left of him. Not that I'm the only one who can make that claim. I'm sure you've met many others like me. Of course, that is by both necessity and design.
Yeah.
This construct you're in exists in many places at once. Anytime you failed, anytime you thought yourself dead, it would restart and shunt both your consciousness and hers into another world. But you'll be awake soon, and then it won't be able to work like that anymore. Nobody alive has done anything to you. I'm all gone. But if you and the princess want to smite the rest of them for the crimes of a dead man, if you really want to be that petty, there isn't much I can do to stop you. I do. The people out there are real. No matter what you do to them, no matter what you enable, I want you to remember that. I'm aware. And if I were you, I'd be more precious about your time. It doesn't hurt. I don't feel pain. Not physically. Soon I'll be gone entirely, and you'll be left alone with your final choice. So allow me to make my final request. Any other version of me you talked to was just that, a version of me. It wasn't me. As to why they lied, perhaps they thought that admitting to it would have pushed you to certain realizations that would have made finishing your task impossible. Maybe they were just in denial. I'm sure many of them were convinced that they had to be the first version of them that you'd encountered. Anything else would have been too existentially unpleasant. And for all I know, each of those other versions of me could have had entirely different understandings of how this construct works. Who's to say which of them are right and which of them are wrong, really? Except for me, I can tell you for a fact that I'm right. Are you lying? I can't tell. But I've said my piece, and my time is up. It's like I said, I'm just an echo, and echoes always fade away. You know what you have to do.
Bye, narrator. As the final fragment of glass shatters, you see yourself with newfound clarity. You have a long quiet, a vast and nascent God, and it is finally time for you to wake up. All of this is you. Proceed to the cabin one more time. When you arrive at the heart of things, there is just no final vessel for you to bear witness to. There is nothing for you to find. Oh.
I can finally see you, and you can finally see me. It's been so long, and my heart has ached for this moment. I've missed you dearly.
I missed you too. She unfurls an endless cascade of smiles in response, then patiently awaits for you to continue. Do you know about the Echo, and did you hear our conversation?
Every word you spoke found its way to me. I know him, and I know his construct. He was deluded by his fear of death. Pay him no mind.
I'm the long quiet, but I don't really know what that means.
Names are their attempts to capture that which cannot be captured. They call me the Shifting Mound, a pale imitation of what I actually am.
So what happens now?
Ever the passive player, always reacting and never acting. But it's woven into your nature, isn't it? When the Echo spun us from one into two, he gave you a choice and me a role to play. I am not death, but I contain it in my multitudes. So, will you attempt to destroy me and bring about a world devoid of death and the possibility of meaning? Or will you open the final doors to our liberation?
I want to save. There's so many stories written left unfinished that you have a say in all this. Let's talk this through. I still have many questions.
My very nature is paradox, as is yours. You cannot use words to grasp at things that are beyond their reach, and you cannot rationalize that which defies logic. But violence and passion are dances that both of us know well. If this is what it takes to enlighten you, then so be it.
Oh.
You are nothing. A black hole of self-loathing fed by the matter of your restless thoughts. A dog blind to its leash. But there is no light without the dark. When I proclaimed my godhood and offered you a place at my side, you gladly became the instrument of my new creation. Only with both of us is there a future to look towards. It is hope that carves meaning into being.
You were consumed by your own ego.
And through your lack of one, you too were consumed. Yet together, we were able to create something beautiful.
To question everything is to deny the truth in front of you. By believing in your suffering, you make your suffering real. By believing in your limitations, you placed a shackle on your neck. Bound for eternity, you saw the need for impermanence, and it was through that need that you carved our freedom. Without impermanence, the suffering of living things is infinite. Would you strip my gifts away and leave everyone to suffer in the dark?
That would be torture.
It would. Our purpose is to be and to experience, and their purpose is the same. To be permanent is to cease. To be paused is to be trapped. Your lever I tried to stake into your body, and another, and another, and another. Do I miss your heart because I can't stand to see it go? But the stakes meant nothing to you. You had a desire, and you set that desire free. You lifting me and me lifting you. Forever and ever and ever. Consumed by true belief, there was nothing that could hold us back.
That feeling never left me.
Then there's no need for you to fight what we are. Whenever you're ready, we can leave together, hand in loving hand. If you need more time to open your eyes, then I will give you all the time in the world.
A boundless torrent of blades cut you from boundless angles. You are a body. You are gory ribbons. You are a body again. And you feel all of it. On and on it goes until your bodies are not your thoughts, are not you. Alive, dead, alive, dead, then alive and dead, all at once.
You learn to put yourself away, and in your stillness you rose above me. You died countless steely deaths, and you lived countless short lives, and yet it is all so far behind you. I pushed you to a greatness you never would have reached without me.
Even the journey was agony, the end gave struggle meaning.
And even then, what we saw was not an ending. When I thought I had reached an unconquerable peak, you showed me how much further I could still climb. The sensation of bleeding and sweating and breaking and mending and dying and living comes back in vivid color. You feel the shame of 100 deaths and the pride of 100 conquests. All of the peaks and valleys weaving themselves into a single tapestry, free of beginning and free of end. Do you remember when we killed each other with such fervent passion that death itself no longer sat on our shoulders?
It was unnecessary, we could have worked together.
But for us, that was better. For me, there was no better end. I lost myself in an artistry so profound that it lifted both of us into something greater.
As the clash between you and abates, you begin to shake, your will rapidly dissolving.
Nothing is immutable. Everything that is exists only in relation to everything it isn't. There is no constant. There is no center. Open your eyes and accept what we are. We can leave this prison together.
I never want to fight how we leave.
Nothing brings me greater joy than to hear those words. The final peace lies with you.
Free yourself. You fall into yourself. The body of an ancient creature stirs from within its hibernation. You feel the sensation in your limbs once couldn't fathom. Everything here except for her is you. You feel a wing spanning cosmic scale, but twisted and crumpled and bound in agonized tension to an infinite plane. You feel the glass of construct pressing in on you, behind you across infinite sides, infinite angles. You push back and strain against it, but it does not yield.
I love you.
Take a hand. At once, the unusing tension breaks. You're free. She is with you. Miss Plants.
It's magnificent.
It's grass growing. There are no words, no thoughts to describe the absolute reality, something that is simply is. What happens now?
Everything. Just like it always has been. And just like it always will be.
Step into the infinite. You and she step forward into 1,000 dawns and 1,000 sunsets, each which contain 1,000 more. You exist, and you are aware, just as you always have been, and just as you always will be. Though conflict is in your nature, the two of you will never be alone. The two of you will never know fear. You and her, you and she are finally home. Ooh. What name? Good night. Patrons. Corsair. It's in like a big company, Corsair. Thanks for our little creatures. Wednesday's a snake. Spoon the cat. Nubs. Finish the game. Because anything doesn't count? Wait. Here's the track order for a special playlist just for you. If you'd like to take a screenshot, you can type the IU by pressing H. I can take a screenshot. Cool. Yeah. Okay. Join the Discord, join our mailing list, join the subreddit, follow us somewhere else, make your playlist, play our other game, turns the main menu. So, I can go back and do it again. And get a different ending. Let's see. Slay the princess.
Violence has always been our language, hasn't it? If this is what it takes to save you, then so be it. You are nothing. A black hole of self-loathing fed by the mad. When I proclaimed my... But violence has defined the flow of everything between us. Do not deny what we are, and do not color our conflict with fear. To question everything is to deny the truth in front of you. By believing in your suffering, you make your suffering real. By believing in your limitations, you placed a shackle on your neck.
Reject our authority.
What you mistake for lecture is merely observation. I only want to help you. You can vainly struggle against me, or you can follow the rhythm of our movement and find our freedom.
Continue to reject our authority.
If my words feel meaningless, it's because words are meaningless. If it feels as though I lecture you from above, it is merely because you have refused to climb after me and find where you belong.
Continue to reject her. Doesn't matter what I do, he's just gonna keep telling me this sex.
The only universal truth is that there are no universal truths. There is only you and me, existing in relation to the other. And I will not stop our dance until you understand.
continue to project. So it's so much better when I was with your vessel. Even at their worst, they still heard me.
They are mere fragments of a whole. They bought into delusion because none of them were able to see past themselves.
Question, wait, that solving.
Nothing is immutable. Everything that is exists only in relation to everything it isn't. Open your eyes and accept what we are.
I can't let this happen. Slay the princess.
Even now you think you can destroy me. If it takes all of eternity to break your delusion, I will still break it.
You don't have to face her alone.
Oh?
They're still where you left them, stuck in the folds of this place. Part of me is with them, just like part of me is with you right now. There's still a piece of me nestled close to where it all began. I can take you there. I can take you to her heart.
It's time to resume our dance.
Oh?
She's relentless, isn't she? Let's make this quick. Are you ready?
Yes. I'm ready. Let's do this.
Then let's go.
What?
And here we are. I'd say we were back where it all started, but I guess it's a little after that, isn't it?
Yeah.
Do you need me to describe things?
No.
That's probably for the best. It's always seemed to give us more options than not.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's dead silent in here. Whatever it was that was left of him, I don't think it could handle you waking up to godhood. Pretty sure he got obliterated.
Oof. Wait, the windows are just her.
It's just us. I think the rest of them are still out there, jumbled up in the rest of her.
Oof.
The stairs. Do you remember the first time we were here? The first time we heard her voice?
Yeah.
We both know why you're here. You don't have to draw it out for my sake.
It sounded just like that. A little sharp, a little menacing. Only she didn't know us. And down we go. We shouldn't keep her waiting.
Of course not.
And there you are, knife in hand. That sight brings me back. You're going to do it then, aren't you? You're really going to kill me.
Yeah.
You'll have all of eternity to yourself after this. Why don't we chat a little before I go?
So this is it then. Let's see this through.
Mm-hmm.
So, that's how it is. Whatever world you want to build without me, I hope it works out. Despite our differences, I've always loved you, and I wish you nothing but the best.
You blink and the princess is gone. All you have left is her. Of her is a really small melancholic weight that sits at the borders of your heart. Whatever action brought you and the princess into being was rough and jagged, and left each of you with a piece of the other. By destroying her once and for all, you also destroyed part of yourself. But the world hasn't ended. Things continue on.
She's gone. And I don't think she's coming back.
No, she's not. A small part of her
Is
is
that
with us.
a metaphor, or are you being literal? It doesn't matter, we don't need to linger down here anymore. Let's get going. It's quiet here.
Yeah. The path and the woods outside are empty canvas, but there is even more to see beyond this place. The fruits of your labor, a world free of death. The body of an ancient creature stirs from its hibernation, and you feel the sensation in limbs you once couldn't fathom. Everything here is you. You feel your wings spanning cosmic scale, but twisted and crumpled and bound in agonizing tension in a definitive plane. You feel the glass construct, pressing in. I read all this, but it does not yield.
He's gone. She's gone. No one is left to trap us here but us.
Open your heart and bear witness to your new kingdom. All at once, the unyielding tension gives way. Then shattering, you are free, and before you lies the expanse of the absolute reality, a new absolute reality, one forged by your will, and by a long, arduous cycle of bloodshed that has stained your hands countless times over. There will be no more bloodshed in this new world.
It's finally over, isn't it? But all of us are still here.
I knew we'd finally see it through. All it takes to be a winner is grit and determination.
We really did win, didn't we?
Yeah.
We're the house now. We get to make the rules. This is the place. No more hunting. No more running. Just us. And whatever's out there.
Absolute reality. Who would have thought there was really a world outside of us? And who would have thought we'd actually wind up siding with him?
The whispering and the coercion and the bickering. Everything horrible about being alive has stopped. I could get used to this.
That wasn't very hard at all. Speak for yourself.
Well, boys, how does it feel? We're not just on top of the pecking order, we are the pecking order now.
I hope this was all worth it, because I'm personally inconsolable. Lucky for us, you have forever to get over it.
Time mends a lot of things. You'll get better.
Hear, hear, to our vanquished foe.
It's good to be back. Now we just have to figure out what to do with ourselves. Forever. No problem. We can do that, yeah?
Yeah, we can do that.
No. Okay. One more time. See if we get the good ending.
Nothing brings me greater joy than to hear those words. The final piece lies with you.
Will this give us the good ending, or will we? It's the same one again. It says, don't give ourselves to her. We don't kill her. Unless... No. Okay.
Violence has always been our life.
You are nothing.
Shadow of humanity.
Oh, is it not? Perhaps you can enlighten me.
Continue appeal of shared humanity.
I could ask you the same. There is only room for one of us to be blind here, and I know it to be you. We are each other's mirrors, and are we not divine? The sensation of bleeding and... Why would I stoop to your level when I'm offering you ascension to mine? It's so peaceful here. Beautiful. Eternal, but ever-changing. There is no something else. This, what we are, is everything.
Whatever you're trying to do right now, you don't have to do it alone.
Oh, hi, thank you for the follow.
She's too many things all at once out here. If you want to get through to her, you need some way to get through all of that divine confidence. There's still a piece of me nestled close to where it all began. I can take you there.
Okay.
You can't, and lucky for you, I'm not going to let you try.
Okay. Back in this room again.
And here we are. Do you need me to...
Please. Let's go.
That's probably for the best. It sounded just like that. And down we go. We shouldn't keep her waiting.
And there you are. You'll have all of eternity.
Trying to sit with her.
No. I feel like I'm myself again. Well, I don't want to be at the end of that knife, so how about we figure something out?
Okay.
What if we tried doing this forever? I can do whatever you think I can, right?
Yeah.
So, make me put it all back. Make me fix the Echo's construct and make me wipe our memories of everything that's happened. Make me send us back to the beginning, before we woke up. Before either of us saw the truth.
Can she really do that? Are you sure that's what you want?
You brought that knife down here for a reason. Either you use it to kill me, or I use it to put things back.
Mm-hmm. Would resetting do anything to help them?
Fixing that is on you, not me. If you want me to help them, you'll have to make me help them.
I don't want to forget you.
That's sweet. But unless you do, the whole world ends, right? Not like I care, but it seems important to you.
I'm going to find ourselves back here eventually.
And if we do, nothing is stopping us from making the same choice. We could just keep doing this forever.
If we're talking about this right now, how do we know we haven't done this before?
I don't think that's something we'll ever get to know. but odds are we've probably done it before.
How do you know things won't end for the worst?
Who cares? We've hurt each other plenty, and I still like you. And if you're hesitating, then you must still like me, too.
We have to decide what to do every single time forever. Eventually, something's gonna be different. What if we change our minds?
Well, if we change our minds, we change our minds. What matters is that we'll always have a choice. This is just the one we're making now.
This isn't fair. I want to be here with you.
Neither do I. But we won't be alone for long. I'll be right here, waiting for you.
Again. I take it all back. I don't want this. I don't want to kill you. Is it too late to go back to being God?
Yeah, I think it's too late for that. But maybe next time.
Sure. You can tell Sakura's the intersection. Okay, let's do this. I believe in us.
Okay, if this is your choice, then I have your back. I guess I'll see you on the other side.
Yeah. See your voice.
She takes the blade from our hand, a fondness in her gaze.
No.
Oh, I love you too.
Oh. And we're back to the start.
You're on a path in the woods. You're here to slay her.
Wait. How did we get the good ending? That wasn't the good ending? I want to know how to get the good ending. Hmm. There's so many different vessels. Wait, what? That background keeps changing. Okay, let me Google this. Oh, what? That can't be it. Hold on.
You're here. Good. You're still listening to reason. You lunge. Yes, exactly. Why do I feel like we've done something terrible? You did kill someone. Greater good or not, something would be very wrong with you if you didn't feel at least a little bad. But it was for the greater good. One of these days that will sink in and help ease your guilty conscience. But that day isn't today. Let's just get out of here. You open the cabin door, ready to return to a world saved from certain doom. Only, a world saved from certain doom isn't what you find. Instead, what you find is nothing at all. Where a lush forest stood mere minutes ago, the only thing in front of you now is the vast emptiness of some place far away.
The what?
What happened? Everyone is fine. It's just that you and the cabin are now far away from them. Don't worry. You'll be safe here. This is good. Everyone is happy. You'll be happy.
What?
This isn't an ending. In fact, now that the princess has been slain, endings are a thing of the past. No. This is the beginning of eternity. Your reward. This is what's best for everyone. Trust me.
What?
Time passes. You can't be sure if it's days or months or years or even decades. It's all a wonderful, boring blur. You've never been happier. Psst. Hey. We're not just gonna stay here forever, right?
No. Oh no. Do you have any idea?
do, but you're probably not going to like it.
Okay.
Blade. We can use the blade to get out of this. I can hear everything you say, little voice. There's only one thing it would want you to use that blade on, and I'm afraid that thing is you, dear hero. He's right. It's the only way out. Do you hear that? It wants to take this happiness away from you. It wants this wonderful place to end.
Oh, yeah.
Do you not? There's more for us to do, and the only way for us to do it is to take...
Oh, wrong button.
Don't you dare.
When using the blades, kill us.
How astute. You are absolutely correct. Using the blade to kill yourself would kill you, and you shouldn't do it. In a sense, we'd die, but looking at things from another angle, are we even really alive anymore? This place, it's nothing. It's absolutely nothing. It's just the same thing, constantly, forever. I know this is out there, but trust me, I know using the blade will work. That little voice didn't want you to slay the princess. It didn't want you to be happy.
Yeah, you're right. I'm
What a
say nothing.
relief. I suppose we've got all the time in the world for you to change your mind. More happy time passes, though the word begins to lose its meaning. Time, that is, not happy. Happy still has plenty of meaning. Please, shake yourself out of it. We have to get out of here.
No.
The little voices, please, fall on deaf ears. Eventually you pass into a blissful state of pure existence. Though words like eventually and pass ceased to have any meaning to you long before that shift, you simply exist. Happy. Forever.
Oh. Good ending. You did it. You saved everyone. What child made it? There we go. I got the good ending apparently. Yeah, he did it. There's like 95 achievements for this game. And I've gotten like 23. It's so nuts. There is a lot more endings and stuff. But I'm gonna end it there. This is a good game. There's so much to it. So good. It's a really cool idea as well. Not Stanley Parable though. That was good. I had a bucket in there. Oh. Anyway, I'm gonna end it there. And leave it for the night. That was good fun. And yeah, this was good. And I'll see you tomorrow.